Yeah, mama kwa basron kokra eba counseling time with counselor DY Donkoh sesisia na wode wafidie eto kantanka TV dia ene counseling time na chede se yetwa gudendenden yenko ba bia ene ye ba besua de aduada de to ye boase na nsema amode ba no na chede se ye je ho afutu na wuku ada de e wase ye twepen ne pepa enya asem ketua the nations counselor teacher lecturer wo pa din dia pese wo de frɛ ne bia fa ne nyina ka ho ene woto ne boase na chede se wa kyerɛ ye no ma bie ni so na wa bie no ma bi so a kyerɛ yen enso ankasa na ne asama eda punoniti find solutions than break up. Find solutions than breaking up. Find solutions than breaking up. Na kyerɛ se eto de bia awade bi anampana twi bi ususu se we die ahwe ne ya emu amenti wo die ma mentwe me ho ma me a mempa ba bi mfa biti ko hye se ne be ya me ho ko kyerɛ me eno na counselor person o kyerɛ se nyempana twe bia na ye owuo anase enya awade bia na ewo se ekɔ ne kogu enti na kyerɛ se no ma bi wo ho a ye de to akwam ne ye hwɛ na ye hyehye ne kama awade no ebetimi agina empana twe no ebetimi akɔ akɔwie awade enti kame ho na counselor.
Miniaba.
Ma kwaba.
Yeah, yeah.
Why if papa?
Watch me that.
Why if papa?
Counselor,
you're a classic man.
Watch me that.
You're a classic man. You're a classic man, and it's just everything sport. Oh.
Watch me that.
Yeah, the young couple say, and that's the day a day a chaye.
Yeah.
Naturally say, send ya die, no. And then asema adaptunity find solutions than breaking up. Naturally say, and then nanko for dream who baby say, now we topic phrase clause question. And I say, a day and what at all na and the counselor and never or mobile to wasi aka ama yen na yate. Na msi munya butre. Papa na him ni hoye. Na asa urade no.
Yeah, so
ye shisha bibia na ye de bibia to akoma kiane kinde ye ka no.
That's right.
And find solutions than breaking up. Nature say there are certain marriages and relationships ye betimi ahwe ama na gina any kwan say egu. Enti counselor fayeko.
The edi kan me chia etiefo ahwefo adofo ye besua de biem I mean ena so ye da nyame de ama ye nyina ye nsua de meserew mego hwe obi nka kire se tie de ye ka no de dada makan ka wonte ye nyina ya so ntia asem kakra ye mu aduru. All right, so and then we are talking about find solutions than breaking up.
Yes, sir.
Many relationships and marriages are dying. It is dying because people have given up on the relationship and on the marriage, looking at the problems and the challenges they are facing. Until we be aware and branching our watching our open divorce there, it is because there is this challenge they are facing and they think that it cannot be solved. Especially if it has to do with Behman soon the bind and year. Na homa so the dwa na hantan intro the dwaman. Okay?
Yes, sir.
If it has to do with Obano, onumeduane no umuade o kan demand you know, a lot of things can, you know, be an act of challenge towards your marriage or your relationship.
Yes, sir.
And when they make say enipa bebre agya awade egu awade a divorce ebi mu so empranatwe sister o madwane afiri mu agyae a na akire no kotra ase dwinidi a na konya ntoboase a it would have worked for him or her.
Yeah.
Na ni kwa say ko gyae nipa no. The truth is this. Emba bi agyae me bi o me no mo so mu gyae wom. Be man no o mreyo. Be man na the subi ne the ben bi nye. Now here we are not talking about be man why na adwene so no de. The subi ne ba de one what once Sunday, Sunday channel. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about suba ba akum yenu bia ye free see ye yire ye ho. Ne ye ho adwuma ye mienu nyina ye ho adwuma be yi. But they don't pepper so be sister di jemu, brand di jemu, but young conco na chire no hia na the soon in the ban sesa. Say why the kind of woman you had wanted him or her, or the man you had wanted him or her to be. Now they say na elite or be furafa. And then you go like I wish say kamenjao.
Yeah.
And so we are saying that challenges we are to our dear man the two. We don't rush and conclude and say me jai.
Yeah.
And I keep saying that don't reject people in the days of their weakness. Because those who are weak today can be strong tomorrow, and those who are strong today can be weak tomorrow.
True.
Challenges, and some of the challenges are very tough, that it threatens that you break up.
Yeah.
Jano, or Inishibai, or Nene, Jano, divorce, no divorce. But if you are becoming to Wase Kakra Bemu, a Futio Kakra Bemu, Empire Kakra Bemu, Nyamisa Bemu, in the Pabakum, you know, your Manu Tuma. Maybe the person could have changed. So we are saying that we want to find solutions to some of our problems in relationship and marriage than to break up. Yeah. Because to break up is not the answer to the relationship and that marriage. If you run away from the challenges you couldn't solve in a particular relationship at this time, you will meet it another time. So now if I'm not able to solve a problem, a particular problem, that has to do with the way quick-tempered. Yeah. Now, me say me jai. 1 2 be me say chale again me pen me jai. Marco sure baby so no see a liar. Marco sure baby so no see a lazy. Or qualities be brave but or a lazy. The lazy the sin is overshadows, you know, the good side of her. Also then you keep running from one person to the other. And that is what our youth is facing. They run from one person to the other because they see you don't know how to cook. Yeah. It will get hono, or doesn't know how to talk. Or anger issue. So at the end of the day, you keep running from one person to the other, thinking that you are going to meet Mr. and Mrs. Perfect. But it doesn't happen like that. So today we want to talk about find solutions than breaking up. The edikanya ya pesi ya chere say a kwai ba kwa obefa so atiase you finding solution than you breaking up. And they say accept the fact that you don't have a perfect relationship. We live in an imperfect world where nothing is perfect and permanent. Accept the fact that your partner is not a perfect person. When we say, you relationship with an expectation. Yeah. That expectation, set me no. Beman is saying na be peno. Me no. Waba is saying na be so. But I was out here and he said, once myself who is coming to propose to you or enter into a relationship with you or marriage with you, it's not perfect. I need to understand that that person I'm going for is also not perfect. Yeah. But many a times, perfect. No, we conclude to think that a dipona make is perfect. Yeah. And I will say this: when you are single, you are perfect in your own eyes. Yeah. But when you come in, entanglement, when you start dating somebody, then you realize that you are too weak. There are many problems around you. You have too many weaknesses because, see, me as a single person, in my own eyes, I think I'm wise. Yeah. I'm neat. Yeah. I am disciplined. Only to come for Valerie, and then Valerie goes like, me person ya opushu wa yefi. Yeah. If you say okay. So you realize that your weakness is only revealed when there is another party around you. Now, there is no need to run from your marriage, and there is no need sometimes to break up a relationship simply because your partner is not perfect. Before you say, Jack, go away, ask yourself a question, and the question is simple: am I also perfect? Okay.
It's a counselor for marriage. That is understandable because Nipano were making decisions that this is the person I want to live with for life. All right. But in the situation of relationships, what my say human beings are perfect. In the imperfections of human beings, does it mean we should lower our standards? Naturally, say Nipana Yesusu say one year pepe peninti. Naturally, say bibia en na e was me fan side ni kwan say me maye ni pay me twro say me pese anase me hwehwe bibi say anase I'm going to look out for something like this internet to say me nsanka na matume hofo ana
yesano ni edware free ye na ase ase ni edware ye tirim ye nyi no edware free ye tirim ansa ni akoye na ase. What I'm trying to say is that once you enter into a particular relationship, yes sir, lower your standard. In other words, you don't lower your standard because of your attitude and character. I lower my standard to understand that myself, I am not perfect. True. Therefore, whoever I go for might not be perfect. Now, if I say I'm not going to lower my standard, and then I have these specific standards I am looking forward to, that until I get it, I will never settle down. I am sorry to announce to you loudly that you will never ever meet anybody like that. Because there are no perfect human being on earth.
True.
Everybody you come across has this necessary in their lives.
True.
Obi a necessary obi dia ye kwadworo atem de dia onim kasa wo mu ade necessary nyina achi enioma pa obi ansum.
Counselor, I am specifically talking about bad habits.
So that is what I'm coming to.
Yeah.
Enti obi a necessary enti ni e bad habit me shia wo na me wo high standard expectation towards you that na ya value will do everything like this my way according to my spec and my standard. Na me ko na me hu say our habits be and our particular attitude and our character be na me feel say me don't na me pen wo na me share enya de atete too much but ye hu adwuma etumi yenti. I will not rush and say let's break up simply because of that weakness. If it is workable, and see there is something about relationship and marriage. Nobody will get over their habits without the support of somebody. No, it is not done anyway. Somebody must encourage me and help me to help me get out from that bad habit, that behavior. Now, why I won't try to say, one day I'm perfect. Think deep about it. Why now? It also will jamia. Now we jamina because one and me na that chimi usham na ma wade. And I wish yamina akoya mamia. Because I love you so much, but no chat road. But you say what you say why a discipline come pel. Satan maybe I no be so abre wo me ho ayemi ye. Ama wafa. Now, number two, I get back what here about you not leaving that partner so easily simply because of their weakness. And they said, what sometimes you will call the weakness of the other party might not be what I qualified their weakness. It might be from how you look at things. Where you stand, your perspective, how you look at things can make you think that this person is not correct. But sometimes they are.
Okay.
It won't be a beginning. On pub one beginning, me who say you blue, but me be on a moon say black. So sometimes when I'm in the watch champion, me only say, we are quite you know what dear. Obisu before a whole crowd away, no more who be fufro. So it depends on me. I'm in the watch champion, my perspective, how I look at things, how I think about things, and what I wanted. The say and you will be so fast. Charlie, but you talk say the girl you lie or you're lazy. But Charlie says I beat up. Obefi sim in your Charlie get me worrying her, Charlie get hard working. So then you go like what? By the time I'm in the one, so then the question is, me na me ne wo then na me hu. Send you na me hu ne fa. Na me fa will say, na me ni sure hu su to say na ma me hu say. Sa na what here. So when it comes to bad habit and character, it depends on who you are dealing with and how you see things, including your perspective, your standards.
Yeah.
Am I speaking wisdom?
Sure.
All right, so
deep wisdom.
Yeah, so we need to understand that when we want to find solution to relationship and marriages, so that we will not just conclude rush and divorce, rush and break up. Number one, we need to understand that accept the fact that you don't have a perfect relationship. Okay. Every relationship, every marriage goes through challenging time. Every marriage, every relationship goes through challenging time. Our dear be a new hope and pranchie be a new hope. Will be a new one na mo one pranchie man our dear moi. They go free. Yeah. They walk free. They talk free. Mamika be minchrom. Yes, sir. The most gifted, anointed, beautiful marriages you see out there, they go through their own challenges. True. You see, me remember what man the me kuta me yin some, me kuta me kun some, me kuta me pran some. Ni pie ya said ya dress cry ma ya peg. Who has a challenge for my word ye fair? But I'm telling you, everybody goes through something. Yes, sir. Telling you that none is perfect. True. Only God. Nevertheless, if I think that I can help you come out to make the relationship work, I need to help you come out from your weakness. True. That is if only you are ready to change. But if the person is not ready to change, that is what we say, then you can break up. True. True. So that he doesn't become a thorn. She doesn't become a thorn in your flesh. To torment you until you are broken, you are frustrated, you are led astray. No, you don't need it. So that is number one. We are still talking about finding solutions to relationships that to break up. Number two, talk about the problems that are affecting your relationships. Talk about it. Okay? If we genuinely want to keep our marriages, if we genuinely want to keep our relationships, we need to talk about issues. Okay? When we say, I want this woman to be trans, Naba acquire by acquired dear, Nebia Nenida Hoso, Baquire by acquired dear Nenina Hoso. And as SMS you were in term, back why your head. Only the Casanas Valerie, only baby. Talk to me. Now I say, I think you're not happy in our, in our home. I think you're not happy. So you're okay. Are you sure? Say me you're okay. What do you expect him to say? Me you're okay. Me can show you okay. See, let me say this to every woman watching, especially women, not men.
Yeah.
When you harbor bitterness, it becomes a poison to your emotions. And your love life is connected to your emotions. So once you are poisoned, it affects your love. If you must address your bacha, na de do kofom, na na think kofom. Dako to me catch was I love you so much, but you took me for granted. Or don't know what man, it's gone. And they go like, no, please, let's work it out. Yeah. No, take your time. Or they are myself, or see, okay, Martin, they go to the shower. Or better try one or catch your son, baby. I've tried, but I'm sorry, it's still not coming. So I don't know why. Because it's that time they be our banana, Bema Chrono, Pewama, or Pewatitan. Just what Pewama, or crowd to say, I'll wait for me, Basabasa like. And then suddenly what has changed. So what we are saying is that if you want to keep our relationship and marriage, find solution to it and not break up, rush into divorce. Please talk about problems in the marriage. Talk about it. Let's discuss it. Don't go like, unim, baby, oh, a yandra ni see, yeah. I didn't know Chamuko far basi, let bagons be bagons. Yesterday is yesterday, today is today. Charlie, a champ. Will be one swat, the oil say. At the end, they can live in pretense to pretend as if nothing has happened. To some for Valerie, so you okay? Okay, wow, I feel okay. No, Kasakama, Serkama. Sir, only baby. BBS, I was here, come was. I was there, she forget it. Me say, no. If you genuinely want to keep your relationship, marriage, please, let's identify problems, talk about it. That becomes the solution. Other than that, then most often, break up or divorce. So if you really want to keep it, talk about it. Do you get me? Don't pretend nothing is happening when you are dying. Don't pretend nothing is happening when you are not happy. Please, if you want to pretend that something has happened. We must talk about it.
Even if it is going to spark up anger. Said the before bakura was here most
often. You know, kasana a trigger anger. It depends on, see, your words can change by the speed of your mouth. It's menu masama me beken Valerie at the saying at the saying the same at the saying ya na senya be de ba ko ba go like na at the say by force ba ko see the at the saying o say ye iti me ko frame me ku ana me yere na me na kasa be na me be kasa. It's very important. You see, how you approach a matter determines the results. Where you plant a seed determines whether it will die or germinate. And so you need to understand that all soil are soil, but there are places we don't plant seeds. Baby, I see there be a die because asasi be a asasi. But if you build a waterlogged area, you need to understand that you're going to suffer.
True.
So what you do is that, as ever, but we need to talk about it. But who starts matters. True. And Jimmy Becker say boko at saying, you be a boko. Me pacho wedi mpese ya kana sem kakra. Ebi kura na be manae kasa mitie. Me se kasa na mitie. So pacho bi kuntobo. Pacho. We tie me. Em say last 3 days. Ube feel it kakra na me no kasa no. Answer the man me no eye me ya. Answer me na be ma. Ayo ya. So pacho tobo mi ura. Baby, I know better. Answer me now. So him cratch. So one year, why you so betia? Just some front. Are they? If you are not it will say rhythm is gradually changing because of someone's attitude.
Yeah.
One of the person said, when we want to communicate, one person should understand that out of ego, pride, whatever. So I keep quiet. Yeah. And see, communication is when you understood me. Communication is not when I communicated.
True.
The fact that I'm talking doesn't mean I'm communicating.
True.
See, when I'm talking, somebody can see it, say you are not making sense.
True.
Somebody to look at it and say, this guy is communicating, he's making sense. So talking, shouting, and screaming doesn't make you make sense.
True.
So sense is when we attack the issue. We want to talk about something. Let's talk about. We shouldn't start from A when the thing should have started from NM.
Yeah.
Oh, so you need to understand that Your person can once a let's talk. See our dear Ebekoswa. These couples are people who talk about issues.
True.
And Ebekoswa, they address issue.
True.
See, there is something wrong with Bako. There is a threat. Threat in here, why hurt?
Yeah.
It becomes a threat to the welfare and the health of the relationship. People actually talk about the problems that is affecting your relationship. Or how? Or title. On kanokre. You soon need baby in talk about it. Don't pretend nothing is happening. When something is happening, open up and talk about it. But when you want to face the issue, please do it with peace,
true,
respect, and honor. Am I making sense today?
Yes, sir.
Finding solutions and not breaking up. Take some space from each other, but set an amount of time. And I repeat, take some space from each other, but set an amount of time. When we say, "Ewa wa die munsemsi, ewa wa mpranche munsemsi," na sasemsi na die bufuo kakraba. One thing couples should know, or people who are dating should know, is that sometimes, in some way, somehow, when there is heat of time, give your partner space.
Yeah.
But listen, don't give that space, especially when you are in love. Our dear for Muti, don't give that space for a long time.
Yeah.
Before beba and toka beba. Me can't talk na me can't am a bona. Simoje tuna abusive. No. Kasa beba. We agree to disagree. Beba. Wow, muswing gibi. Marriage is a journey. It's a tough journey. And if you are not tough, you can't handle the journey.
True.
And so you can't endure the journey also. So what I'm saying is that adie biaba yemi eni anti en wase trigger anger. And now you feel say give yourself space, but please time it. The reason is this. So woman crachi space check. Na dia agro no shi oba bi okroma obi de beko.
O nene kura ono akura ba wa kofa nkomo aba.
Thank you. So woman sister space in a cha. Somebody can take her attention. Eti asem sia see when we yiri ukunu and amoye fiance or fiancé. Munya hits asem si na moye back and forth na mo kasa na mo hwe na still baby ade na do no yentumi so because nobody really want to calm down emotionally, to understand her. Please give space. Chaso. Na munja kasa. Kofi. And I'm what did they but don't talk about it again. You can ask Nkola Nediane, but I mean, because we are mature, we still need to talk about the family. But no, chaso. When you give that space, my man in check. Couples will be the whole day. No monkasai. It happens. No monkasai. Yes, my yaka. At the end of the we person we switch. You must say yes, sir. Back and forth. Please give timing. Or time it. The reason is that the devil can enter into it and bring hatred between the two of you.
True. And
bring anger between the two of you. And I'm telling you, you can hate your spouse, yet you are living together. What you do is that take some space from each other, but set an amount of time. But I didn't so. The Bible say, I didn't cheat or buffus. Remember, we no. So before they be to me, be to yes, but then be careful because especially the enemy can strike. Beman bet me a pee now, somewhere smart say, Beman bet me a pee and was share giving what treated fine. Just that day, we okay. So you okay? What's happening? My wife, so no. Maybe get no want to know get. I don't know if I'm right.
Yeah.
Oh wow, nice guy, gentleman. Oh, you're also. If you are seeing your bumpire yenya, so you see that consolation, that environment, conducive. No environment, no atmosphere, no you're anointed. Anything is possible. You understand what I'm saying? So can fall into that trap. Now a Charlotte guy be and that are you telling me that is how your husband is treating you?
That's what your husband said.
My God. What be saying and people then? So at the end of the day, you realize that because of that space, I check to be so even though we will give ourselves space, please, I'm begging you, set an amount of time. Come back and talk about it. Moshana bakwan we diane ya broswa de muyeni ba ko to ne bom mene na ho maso ni dwe ene ni ego what you na sumbiaba e chire kura ye won paso e chire kura ye bon komo yesra so na no na anya o me yedin usuba nya ro so suba so masa twam na me adane concert yasere ye twam. If you really want to stay in marriage, this is what you do. Yanko. Yes, sir. Finding solutions to problems in marriages and relationships. That's what we're talking about. Be patient. Be more understanding also. And have a little faith. And I repeat, be patient and be more understanding. And have a little faith. Or a little more faith. Now I want to explain that. Unexpected. Anger be to be seen before me, and you wonder why. I'm sorry to say this. I said be to be see what na be man no BBS na ba kwa sutro. The person is not violent naturally. E be kran to wo da. Eh say see what mu, they be nyaatwe. So to be 20 30 years. Omo kan no kran kire. I'm say look, only baby. We are celebrating 20 years of marriage, 30 years. But they won't tell you what has happened. Why would you go like, I claim it in the name of Jesus? Inshallah. You don't know what has happened. No marriage is a smooth journey. People go through things to sustain their marriages because they are ready to make sure they hold it in a high esteem. Nevertheless, if you are not patient, you can lose your precious jewel. You can lose it. Either you lose your fiancé or your fiancée, or your husband or your wife, if you are not patient. Because sometimes you feel like they are never changing. True. You feel like nothing is really changing. True. See, I've seen young ladies who rejected some men, and then they feel they welcome them back. They didn't have patience. I've also seen a woman who rushed and divorced. Or regretted rough because next one will find it. Rambo, Commando, Jackie Chan. Do you understand what I'm saying? Jaya Yasin Pennyfoga say, Usra Wadia.
Unya Warepa.
Anyano Cre. Udi Echida.
Usra Warijaya.
Unya Wadepa.
Unya Wadepa.
Anyano Cre. Ube de Kukudrobe Jaya Kofania Yemfa. Wasuya Beja Siu Krumano. Wabon se ungu yanka. Nasi kwa jonye. Kwa menye. Ya unye. Baneye. A hona mechiro say, to be able to solve marital issue and not just break up and divorce, please exercise patience.
True.
Patience is a virtue. You need it. If you rush, it won't help you. Exercise patience and be more understanding. See, that understanding means that when he's at fault, when she's at fault, I just look at him or her and understand how human they are, that I am also human. That only chat me mean chat radio be chat ro. So me come anye. Be more understanding. The buffy no be patient and be understanding. Oh nye keke, but we are quadrini. Be more understanding. So once you are exercising patience, you are also more understanding to understand that he is human. We are not gratifying and we are not saying that the Nipaniaka say is human to one question. But the Bassa is here, understand that he's not perfect. And yes, then the found. If there is something we can do about it, let us do it.
True.
To bring peace. True. And then we see a little more faith. In other words, nya GDS or best son, nya GDS be nya GDA. Send the soon in the band, you go so bomb paya ye 23, be a kama, a GDA. Only said GDA the Abbey Bridge up Abasisia. And the last one, if it's possible.
Yeah.
Go through the argument whilst you hold hands together. Go through argument whilst you still hold hands together. Now, no me person me chere say, when we say me can waka, we need to understand that for marriage to grow, I can't always understand you. For our marriage to become matured, it must go through a test of time. So when we say gold be ye gold, color and ye gold to a hemua. I was as ye knew. He said, gold we are just here the two and him crab chum. Or another bossa. So now the idea that the then that dear bender die, then ye de onim sudu e bia no okofa na ona ne wie no ohye no se ah de na do na boy na ye gold na weigh 100,000 gram 20,000 gram 19 gram you go like 19 and then mom can cry because they say afejem na ayefe. Every marriage you see brighten, every marriage you see with that smile on their face has gone through fire, a test of time. The honor me catch will be a WTM sabi. Whenever you go through argument, don't let it separate the two of you. Hold hands together. In other words, even though I don't understand you and we are fighting about it, and I think I'm right, you think you are right, hey, we are going nowhere because we are together forever. We hold hands together not to give up.
Yeah.
That this challenge will not kill us. Can two people work together except they agree? Whatever you bound on earth shall be bound in heaven. When you loose on earth shall be loosed. Can two people agree and not touch? Even heaven cannot deny two people when they pray to God. Even God, where 2 or 3 people are gathered in my name, I am right there. Bible says when 2 people are on the same bed, they are able to overcome cold. So it tells you that the power of agreement is powerful. That even though we don't agree, let's hold hands together.
True.
And the last one, say I'm sorry a minute. If you really want to find solution to your problem in marriages or relationship, say sorry a minute. In other words, you don't say sorry because you want me to keep quiet. You say sorry because you have changed, you've repented, you're on the new path, and you are willing and ready to do the right thing. Oh, can I say I'm sorry? You are not just saying I'm sorry. You are saying I'm sorry because you are serious about it. You may do another thing. You may fault another, angle. You may do something, but not the same thing you said I'm sorry about. Because you are human. Even though you said sorry about lying, another time maybe you do something else, but it shouldn't be lies. Because you are human. And the more you grow, age will teach you some lessons to become mature automatically.
Yeah, true.
So learn to say I'm sorry. We are fiancé or fiancée. I'm begging you, learn how to say I'm sorry. Okay. And then please be mindful of your partner's feelings. Be mindful of your partner's feelings. Be mindful. Eti me ba chaw si apese solution yenya na yenja yengu awade ne yengu mpra na me ba chaw eya ukasa eye subtiem what. Na ukasa eya ehye ukakasa na nye buo so kasa eya me so eya me ya na yampa ma offend wo eyampa to wo kwan bia so se wo ukom ukasa echirichiri mu papa chaw eya remember that even though I offended you and you are hurt and you want us to talk about the issue amicably, but eya ukasa to boy remember that I'm also a human being. Even though you are hurt, consider my feeling. Tell yes somebody to be kasa house uni bibi. What do you kwasi asema chepa? Now, how do you expect me to respond? Looking at the first blue. So please consider your partner's feeling and learn that anytime you are talking to a human being, not a robot. Even robot, when you put good battery in them, they will act, they will function. And their pride in the baby also will not accept their fault. So what we are saying is that if you really want to find solutions to marriages and relationships and not to break up and just divorce, these are things we must do.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you too, Counselor. God
Welcome.
bless you so much.
Amen.
That's very deep.
Thank you.
As usual.
Thank you.
Okay. What we need to a counselor doesn't disappoint in it. They say what casa will be any no obey and yasem ketwa how to make sure say relationship and I say what do you know enkugu na enko fansem bebre emfa embro and no and a counselor aka ho asem say to the bia relationship no e wo say ko wi awade then so normal bi ene niye bi ene betimi ama na gu kwata mpo awade a wo say tigina na ede ahwodin ne normal bi ebra busua ene won a wo hwe nyina no obonse na ne nyina akwa akogu de di nkan counselor say yenti ase say nipa na wo ne wo ho no wonye pepepe sa na wo nso wonye pepepe wote ase sa etimi boa ma wote normal bi ase nipa ne ye bibi kura enhyeda emfumo enko akire bebre. Also talk about the problems affecting your marriages or relationships. Asema ba no monto mo boase na monka enya afe na mo de ekwa akohye esumi ase ye twen eye kakra wo se emre bi wo montena se na monka emre dodo bia kra ebedi no. As a couple you sit you talk about your problems more how send your beya mummy and obi abekane enya bufuo so na enye say me pese me wini obi wo hɔ a monko kano no adane na debate wadane prime minister wadane nipa no opposition leader na akofa nsem bebre ede aba also take some space from each other and allow some amount of time set for each other naturally say asema ba no munya mre se nipa no waye na adwen se won kasa ho a enye ho na chinchini ntia ne one waye aka emre no nso mumienu na monte ase say okay emre say ne ye nyina ye twen ye nyina ye kuli ye tempa naturally say ye nyina ya babak eboa ema awade no anasem penatwen no ekona ni man kasa so be patient and more understanding abotre ene ntiase ye adwuma bebre se waye wadwen se nipa no wo bete na sedia ene ebeboa ama wabotre no nso na waye ho adwuma se ne ebe ya awade ne penatwen no ebekwa akire also go through the arguments while you still hold hands with each other me de bia maka se wahwe Mr. and Mrs. Smith da me say at the gun point of death krano they decided that listen I was here try as much as possible say ye nyina ya wade no ye behwe amanagina it counselor say intawantawa ba intokokra ba kai hunu se nipa no wonye wadwen se wugya ne ho wonye wadwen se wudwane agya no wone no ene etena akosi wiase ewieye osi say sorry a minute nipa no waye wade no anase waye nipa na de no se me pa cha ode kokoti ahomaso 247 no emwa na waye ho adwuma na watimi aka me pa cha enye se me pa cha no so na de adane biscuit anase mojeduro na afa na nopa ewia enwumre emwa counselor say minute say it and it should be something that you don't repeat it naturally say menye ense enka sorry na wasa sisu biem naturally say wano waye wadwe say kwa na apese okọ or say be mindful of your partner's feelings yenum bi bebre be ma no sene wo kana asem kire wo ba na no sene wo ba na feel no waka na asem no waka if so susu say oba ne de oba nyansa de ketua bi enti e wo se meka na kire say maka oba bi nso wo hɔ a ono de onim se nyankopɔn acha na adoma kyede wo na no nti ene e wo boa wo se ne sese kan de ene asem a wo de beto dwane nya asem ketua na kire say nyina etwa ha na ade na agu ha na egu eti these are some of the things the counselor has said tonight wamaya ti ase say awade ne de ebetimi agina mplatwen ne de ebetimi agina na no ma yi a wabobosu se wutimi eye na wo hyem kenade a ene awade ne wo mplatwen begina enti sisi ano making kind messages ni bi eba Facebook na medwane akọ WhatsApp nso na afi makohwe de ekoso wo honom na kire se nkomo no nso asem bisa bibi kire wadwen de counselor kind de na kire se ye nkone obi din se munu kura ne yete ho se the perfect perfect imperfect and perfect I was say menya abotre I have to be understanding na mete ho abra yes de wo waka no suro so no enti yensa ntena ho ne nsan wo yen ana unsem bisa no ne nyina fa hyehyem na counselor enyi ano pepepe okay enti mako Facebook na mako read stories ni bi messages ni bi ewa aha say okay Nana Poku says boot to boot menim ne enti awo kasa Sina Mesling Abuaje says true Clara Enim Wiafi says thank you for your advice counselor okay Victoria Owusu Adade says that same space day krano you go get someone fast kra that's just a space na sem na wo kanu with regards to mumie no montiase say emre dodo say ne de ama ye ho se ne be ye nyina e be penso onyu bi egu ye ho ne yetimi asaba na ya beka ye dono mu ehye or say Franka Doku say my poll is fully mesra pe ahoma bi chichire na nyina ho emfa emma nyame enhira or say Nana Poku says and the lady will be sitting there share 2021 okay Martina says messages na eba intimi nyina mama intimunya abotre emfa mame Tina T says Rosa Apple I see you okay Nana Akosua Obnewa says counselor what if your husband cheats and you forgive till he impregnated his ex and decided to move out even if you asked him to bring the child and add up to your children counselor
I won't sit here and answer this just like that. This is marriage and so I will not just listen to this small text message and then conclude. There's more to it. than just a small text message.
Okay. Messages in the banner by Rosa Poe says, Madam, what do you want from me? I'm a customer here. What? Okay. Natures and Komona. Victoria Uswa Dade comes back and says, always people tapping into people's marriages. Sometimes I'm like, what are they tapping? You don't know what they're going through in that marriage. Okay. I tap into this, tap into it. Okay, who say what tapping? Now what tap it? How the Kodanda Nina Kahumbi. Ophelia Nyako says, I really like this program, but my boyfriend doesn't like us to watch, and I'm watching on my phone. Counselor Sisuya dear na apply. Now Ubo who say, who didn't pano to a nimino. Now we young wedmano. Pepe Nipano so ebe and wedma. Musa Raphael says, Counselor to me is the counselor one I have ever listened to. Today's topic is something else. As men, we should understand that the lady we are looking for does not exist, and it's only in our minds. Women are like farmlands. We need to cultivate them and try adjust so we can cordially live together. Thank you so much, Counselor. I'm Musa Raphael from Tamale. Nyankofo nshira medofo message you the more enyasem ketwa magi woman kasankasa. Sister Akuya Bada says, thank you for helping me to understand blessings God has blessed me with, because I didn't know how to handle things in marriage and I didn't understand my husband. Thanks to Counselor and Val for impacting my marriage life. The pleasure is ours. Nyankopon so inshira na wawade no enye kra behwe. Enoch Opoku every year says, I love it. Yakubu says, true talk. Barbara says, wow. Richard Frimpong and so say, God bless you. And Yasem Kitwa Cash Note says, Counselor, when you're in a relationship with a lady for 8 months and she asked for space, then after 3 weeks, she said we should take away the tag name relationship and be friends so that we build a friendship, then we move to a relationship. Is it possible she's seeing another guy, Counselor?
Highly possible.
Yeah.
Sometimes too, it's a sign that she's not interested.
Okay, so sometimes too, it's highly possible that she's not interested. Our Joel's message keep on coming. Also, good evening, Valerie. God bless you for your good work. I really enjoy the program at the Office of the President of Dubai. Please, let's take the opportunity to congratulate our dignitaries here: Irina Pia, Sarah Pinzo, Victoria Wuswa, Dade Obapa Hansen, Akwesi Ernest. God bless you, or God bless you, fam. You're part of the Counseling Time family, and Kantanka appreciates you very, very much. Emmanuel Kofi Mensah says, powerful message from God. May God help us. It's like the prophet is now in my house now. And actually say, a prophecy, and the program no, a prophetic. Abamano. I was so na otimi Emma na wadie ejina so epepepe emano. Okay, this is a very long one. Auntie Val, I have a problem in my relationship and I want Counselor to help me out. Sometimes when my BF calls me and he doesn't get me, he has been thinking that I'm cheating on him and doubts me whenever he doesn't get me. I have told him that he shouldn't think that I am doing something bad behind him. Whenever he does that to me, I feel very guilty and bad. Even of late, he doesn't have time for me, and even he doesn't reply to my text messages. Sometimes I feel like calling off the relationship because the trust he has for me is not even up to 20%. I can call him and he'll be like, he'll get back to me, but no. Does it mean he's doing something behind me? He doesn't want me to know. Counselor, please help me. Counselor.
All right, so most often when a guy is a bad guy, when I say bad guy, I mean cheating on you, the lady.
Yeah.
They most often also think that there is another man, because they don't have time for you.
Yeah.
They might be threatening to think, say, "Be mafufro."
Yeah.
Because on only time, how do you survive without my time if you love me? It be a bema. Or because he's a player, he thinks that everybody's like him.
Sure.
Or very simple, he doesn't simply trust any lady. You really have a problem. But I want to conclude and say, so catch it, they say, or no guy, no, actually, lady, they say, call me, but doesn't call me. I will advise the lady. If she's my sister, this is what I would tell her. Stop the relationship and move on.
Stop the relationship and move on. Stop the Emmanuel Kofi Mensah Donkoh says, "Man of God, may God bless you. These words of wisdom from God, but how to apply? God help us." And yasem kitwa wachira of deck. And receipt. And yasem kitwa but usuya ubetwa pepepe na bibia koso kama edi amount. Don Skyfall says, "No one is perfect. Learn a lesson from these." Josephine Officer says, "Counselor will work on the patience thing." No. To me was it na botreno the 2% battery near low. It's and what's our charge.
I'm very about with patience that you're able to win the heart of a man.
Yeah.
Even the most stubbornest man.
Yeah.
You can win his heart.
Okay. Yeah. Shirley Coffee says, "I missed a lot. Don't worry. You could go back after the video ends to watch everything right from the beginning." There's another message here says, "We have the same problem." Okay. The issues going on up and down. Portia Sewa or says, "Keep up the good works. We really appreciate and love this educative program. God bless you." Josephine Ofosu says, "Val, stop what? We're saying the person should stop the relationship." And on a counselor, Eka. So, Onjai, so we need me a bad idea, and some of the catcher and say, "Sister, chonhu, chonhu." And I says, "Obesensu so na mekuno. Worry, and Bibia Koso Kama Ede Amau." Love the topic. God bless you so much, Mabel White. Thank you so much. Afe Mamin Jani Namenko WhatsApp Minko reading WhatsApp messages Nibi. Good evening. I have been in love for 1 year and I have a baby with a guy. He does not take care of me or think about me or care about me or the baby. Should I break up with him? Counselor.
Family knows about it. The first thing the lady should do is to talk to the guy's mother. And then, go seek advice and find out what is really happening. Take it from there. Don't just rush. Like I said, exercise patience.
Okay. Good evening, Counselor. Please, I want to know if it's advisable to invite a third party when you're talking to your husband about how you're feeling in the marriage.
It depends on who you invite.
It's been long. I texted. "Good evening, lovely people. You both are looking stunning. Thank you so much. Just passing to say hi. God bless you both." From the Counseling Time Alarms, Amatutua, Buamponsem Jr. and Senior. We miss you girls so much, and I hope Counselor, God really bless you with what you're doing. God bless you, Counselor. Good evening, Counselor. Please help me. Counselor, I'm with this guy who has 2 kids and nice and all, but he's addicted to bet. He always uses his money for bet and comes to ask me for money. All I have in my account, I have given him, but if he asks and I don't give him, he asks his ex and will not talk to me for weeks. Please. What should I do? Help me.
Your future is at risk. Be careful.
Good evening, Auntie Valerie, please. My name is Selena from Ofanko Barry. I've dated for 5 years and we are about to plan our wedding. But anytime I pray about it, I see someone else who happens to be our pastor's son. And I don't know whether to continue with the wedding plan or not. I really love him, but he treats me very bad. So what should I do?
You love him, but he doesn't appreciate the love. Please, I'm advising you.
The earlier the better. Your phone lines not too fresh. Na any entry come your first caller. So hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, middle phone. Pacho Udini baby akasa free. Okay. Rosemont Pacho yetio.
The Pacho. Me how you say. My share guide. Now. Also the worry. Now so. I am not free. You born a bush. In tennis science, I am my confused. In counselor, I see.
Okay, counselor.
Pacho, you see, I remember one day somebody sent me a message and said, "You cancel a cry every day. Break up. Try and tell us that we should stay inside." I mean, you just met a guy,
yeah,
and all he does is to demand. What should I say again? It should work, please. Walk out. Break up. Without blocking. You are not safe. The gentleman is not working at all. You are the one working. And he comes every day to take from you. He has nothing to contribute to your life.
Yeah, well, your next caller. Hello?
Hello, Valerie.
Yes, sweetheart.
Good evening.
Good evening, my dear. Pacho Udini baby akasafi.
Actually, if I'm fancy, make Kasafi Madina.
Okay, you too.
But Obisa counselors, like a vital question me about standards. I want to contribute to that.
Okay.
Yeah, well, some standards be on it cuts across like a man should be a provider.
Yeah.
A man should be a leader.
Sure.
You know, these are the standards. It was a man. I don't know about men, but it was a man. Yen shewo. Be mwa ye pese.
Yeah.
Other ones need imperfection which we all have.
True.
And we can work at it, and then you be who say ebe koye and I enkoye. Because kasa standards way. The other time counselor talked about types of men.
Yeah.
Into who standards now pena. No one who the type of man you are dealing with, if he's a boy or a player or a confused guy or a good guy, you will know all these things to the standards that like the normal standards now. I was saying yeah, fine. I'm person me who counselor, but I don't know how I can get to him.
Okay.
Yes.
It was a contribution to having standards. Would you believe?
Yes.
You believe
with what you asked him, because as a woman, dear, you should always a bear man no lead you to a promised land as in our warrior path, because the bear man is So whatever or no oyeti or who the air cost
yeah.
That is what I think.
Okay.
If he's a leader, because a man should be a leader, a provider, a protector. If he's not all these to a woman, you can't be safe with your children.
Okay.
Because if he can't protect you, how can he protect your children?
Okay.
So that's what I can say.
Okay.
Of a church say standard the emphasis achemutu. The normal standard every woman you must have. And a man should be a provider, should be a leader, a Christian, you know. And they wouldn't pursue yo. And also another standard say, oh, that's why you're perfect. Say, you soon in the bind.
Yeah.
So on subayasem. Or say the other side, should be a provider. Somebody who can rent, pay fees, financially sound a little bit. Yeah. But the best sunni bind there, I mean, yet day you will be perfect. True. So what she's saying is right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, on contact me or messenger or don't send me SMS.
Okay.
SMS or me normal so.
All right. Your next caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, dear.
Good evening.
Good evening, for
Yes. Me pacho bibi kakra na ha me na me pese counselor bo am me kakra.
Intim. Manenko.
Pacho my worry for 3.5 years.
Okay.
April ebe 4 years.
All right.
Right after marriage, me kunu every day me sorry ni aduane ma no. Aduane no nim breakfast or beka so ondi. Enti sorry anopa ye wache me yesem bi ba me ne won kwala mienu.
Okay.
Through kwala ni nyame ye CS. Enti no Nancy no mintumi sorry tempa enye na me kire ne say metumi aye excuse ne nyama che freedom to no sorry a kakra na obedi no say mu say ya mo fancy so papa yi say onya je say me sorry anopetututu enu aduane ne mani di getting kola na ready no de ne kusk e na me say me so no e ha me etete me until last month na manye enti can you believe said this month ne upkeep kakra na de ma fie no what so say me nyi aduane na ono so decide can ba kudidi wa bonte I'm say we dem patcho my friend a counselor emwa me kaka na say ya atete sister o me fi ntem so me mo ne nkola na last born credit 1 year 5 months o mo nyina ye boys o sorry o say me call practice me call gym ne nyina mo 10 na o me do fie from Monday to Sunday and opako 5 years so kwa so ye mo 2:30 o me do fie ntimi say counselor mo me kakra.
Okay, counselor.
I mean, I think men, we must understand that our women, our wives, our whoever, they are not slaves. Or ye so boafo. It's ye, but won't me nya over bow. Abrabum, a diani yem, be a missing mediane, to burn one amedi. But my boy will be home. Do you understand? I will not, for example, she's saying that Colano Cruz or Yashe, or yen Yashe Frijim, can she? Can she? Shika. Microwave for some na and no so akwadurunti wo se no so wonye
counselor we no obesa ka kire me bibi message studio no ye will be ewo ahoma ne so hello yes me do from pacho wodi ni baby akasa free
me pacho your friend me mami fusia akasa free oibi
okay mami fusia pacho you
me pacho me pese counselor mboa me kakra
me pacho
me worry man bi before answer na ye be worry no me catch any say baby I yet no a honye until like all my free home because a single room and a kitchen yin bibi ani hon so to eba dining and or say on wakasa AC ni fie na even akaka ko be wie nti before ansa no be free ha say no or kono ankasa ni fie nti ho no meti ase ma no e ma ye bibia wie ye ba ye bibia no pictures na ade o de chere me wo fie no ho no e ye okay a ye betimi akwa ho no mo nti me ka chere ne say o ma ye kwotena ho no mo sa na like ye fan ye nkakra me so me sua adwuma even porch ni mo krampo no metimi a start bibi nkakra wo me am making life together share bibi a yet ni me kan o see ene ochina yet na yen so for some years na nyinsen emba like 2 years na nyinsen emba ye ko hospital ni ade ye check ni ade ye say sika not knowing no say na wa wo baby after a week we wedding no na lady nso e wo ye yatena for 3 years one kan chire me na me ne ye bisa ne se wa we na ye wo te ho no ye den ye wo se ye make future together me ko kan o se me ndwen me de no so planning ne de na me pese me ni me busuafo ye gi ne property e wo ni nsem tese bibia meken bia no oni me enya adwenti later na me hu se oni obi awo no na me hu se o ene which means no enya de a odi me ebe si baby a nti no o se me twe me hu ye na me bisa ne nso no ye te se ono ni buefu odi eni edin e ba bete
Kosia wadaroma nti sisia no wo pese counselor ye dem ma
me pese me sisi ano ye mu ache obi ati ni baby nti no me sisi ano me pese me court e wo ho me pese me bisa idea kakran free counselor ho no
okay counselor
so you're a wedded wife
yeah
wedded wife professor court
yes please
wedded wife she has the right to free so to me but I mean you couldn't be a call children what you hu obusan so atakashia bem young to become court sir on go through the process and it's on born only my many papa man why ya or my many papa back who bear man my many papa no ma kan ho asem no ma from mu enu abem te busia de bem no kwase wi na ntoi na bear man mo say bitumi wadu biem ko whatever then I mean she takes you to the next level. But say o pie free straight to court do ajabusia gu akire de enye futupa.
Okay, it's a counselor back to lady or no aduane a odi she frija be masi woni. Nti sisi ano no na nya den.
Na me ya ka akire oba ne se me pani chow. One say be man na is stubborn towards it. So I rebel like on your still. Yeah, say me wade wo se be no ama mendi. I think there should be a third party. But then that third party should be a very mature, sensible person.
Okay, Ewo ahomane so. Hello.
Hello.
Ima.
Good evening.
Good evening, Ima.
To say.
Yami adum Ima. Na won so e.
Yami adum. Okay. Councilor mami.
Oje so. Odi e manen kontienti.
Kacha cancer yami shira no pa.
Councilor Pacho yami shira pa.
Has been good to us so much. Many lady we know.
Yeah.
Ne councilor kan ya. I say there's one or two misunderstanding between us. Men can't misunderstand people. People say no, my phone, my jiatum.
Yeah.
So I'm ready to change. Maybe be a move on. Like send a council like Anna.
Yeah.
But make a person I should still give a space.
Yeah.
For like let's say almost 5 months. My friend or pan offer or pan on fa. Be send us some. I say we two chick be.
Opan obeyano.
Opan obeyano. And she's not ready to talk to me.
Yeah.
I'm saying, I didn't have custom. And to be besides we break up so that be on casa. Maybe besides can I move on? So yeah, you can move if you want to move on, you can move on.
Oh.
I'm saying, I didn't have custom because I'm not ready to break up with you. I'm ready to change so that everything will go on between us.
Yeah.
No, she's not ready. I should still give her some space. She still needs space. For like let's say 5 months, this almost 6 months.
5 to 6 months. Space no still na. Break time na.
Space still now. Me nya call for me. She doesn't call me.
Okay.
Me I want my friend. Me friend opa on fa.
Mate ma.
It's person be say cancer search ni pa me ye dey.
Onya ne dey. Counsel.
Say empratwe.
Empratwe.
Again anka sa dismissing ho.
What dismissing ho?
Just focus.
Focus. Move on. Why? Obi abrantie. Oh, I wondering say obey. So be a good person for the next person.
That's right.
That's all that matters. Naturally say bibia akoso kama ede amount. Okay. Inti messages na ba na eba. Mami Njanin call back to WhatsApp. Okay. Hello? Medofo one lower TV set volume na nya dia ye better one ka. Okay. Me pacho jina so ma me pacho. Jina so na dum TV set na ma me.
Pacho madu.
What dum no?
Pacho miloan.
Dum no kra.
Yo. Pacho you. Hello.
Hello.
Pacho mi dindi Mary mi kasafi domi.
Yes ma me tie.
Pacho mi ni mi wa boyfriend bi mi ni date from school almost 8 years to 9 years now.
Hey, yes mommy. 8 years to 9 years now one in
Pacho I'm there. Like me adwuma o baby fufu no so ti baby fufu na anytime so me ba fe na me so me adwuma restaurant Monday to Sunday enti me so me ntumi ba pe na obedidi wa tema catch so ya shawo ya prostitute every day anytime o kind na me kate o obepa atwa na me say okay me da chen but see at the order yeah like that's a like ni subaya
no
they be I mean or ni see I'll see me fanchen ba me who say
yes mommy
the insult that he is using on me nim say me fanchen na say
fanchen no yes mommy or the Joseph
there be to me the Joseph or the Prosper
who dey tie counselor be tufu counselor kasa kire yes mommy
onwade no ye mpena
ai
ombu girl
no
ade ba ko e wo odo ho odo bu ade odo feri ade odo ni die ma o se obi mbu a ondo
obi muwa no if somebody doesn't respect you the person doesn't know aka imre kakrabi Ose Valerie please good evening please ask a counselor for me that I've been married for 7 years and we just had our second child. There's a misunderstanding between us and my husband has moved to rent another room for the past 8 months. Please read my message.
See, like what I said, just one misunderstanding. He's not ready to talk about it. But to me, another room. This is an immatured man, no matter what has happened. Why do you run and leave your family empty just to go and have peace and leave them in pieces? You're not a matured man. So I think it's bad. It's very bad. It's very, very bad. For me, he's not a matured man. And a girl in Tumrika and Kobo Beman the bush of one man and sure of what the man has done. I mean, reasonable family, Sabi, will call the attention of the husband and say, Cratch, brah, I didn't wait to 50 They will query him and then they can settle it, yeah.
Inti naturally say why a big mistake and kasa.
Oh, yeah, I mean, how can you leave your family because of misunderstanding? Go and rent a house.
Yes,
I say, "You're banning yet, or ban the hand in
no way.
Because a bearman is adding a home or ban the Busiamani. They were pan and mammy.
Queen, so hello, Queen. Your last caller for tonight. Good evening, Ohima.
Me pacho bibia boko de.
Me pacho Queen bibia boko.
Pacho, pese mi misa counselor say,
yeah.
Ben may be a relationship for the past 3 years. But that 3 years, if I say every year I break it up to say 4 and me fault, or no fault. He will switch, he won't call, he won't text, he won't want no samba. And as I'm talking to you now, Pesa or samba, Pesa me miss and say, meet me a money chance and I say, as you.
Mate Queen, counselor be you one pepe, counselor.
My name had a chance. Sometimes when I say this, people go like, I conclude. No, I know what I'm saying. Or you're indecisive. Or you're sure of where he stands, what he wants. When you more bow or pay.
Exactly.
Or no one, no, she'll be another shift. No, call. And this thing will make you become a player. Oh yeah, bema. So like when you decisive, but I'm working it to make it become so. But when you're careful, when you're safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Auntie. Please, how are you doing? My greetings. The counselor, I'm dating a guy who made sure he told me he loves me every day within an hour, minute, and every second. But we had a misunderstanding of late, and things hasn't come to normal. He no longer tells me he loves me like he used to.
After the issue.
It
depends on the issue. See, you'll be able to handle certain issues. I say
true.
The bonds or issues need settle we and can we or person pretending to say I love you when he knows so well that at 70 and can we. It will be how they respond. Will be a people responding to issues very fast and come back. It will so a cool. So it depends on what has really happened. Nevertheless, and yet be a sintina, you will change your love language towards your partner.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So, yeah,
True.
You don't change it. The
Awesome.
rhythm must move.
Okay.
Unless you have an emotional problem, it weighs you down.
Okay. Okay. Kwabna Entribosiakon, formerly with UTV, is watching live. Keep it up. Thank you so much, my dear. Counselor, major final word.
My final word in this there will not be matters of the heart this coming Sunday.
Yeah.
It will be next week Sunday. Nevertheless, this coming Sunday, I want to invite you to church with us. Royal Believers Ministry, La Paz, New Market, opposite the coastal. You start here, 7 a.m. near upon 10 a.m. Myself, I'm the senior pastor of the church by the grace of God. Baby, we are Muslim, baby, will be it will be an hour of wisdom. We talk about words that will encourage you, inspire you, make you move forward. So, make sure all the social media handles, DY Donkoh, and I repeat, DY Donkoh, and our YouTube, name. 4515544. Thank you. Name Pashmamicha will be Nana or Nana immigration officer. Nana Michiao. Yamishra.
And Tensi inti nature said Nana please keep voting for us at National Communications Awards. Female Host of the Year, Nature said Woody Bibia Shisha Kama Ede Amaye Chirodo. Na Bibia Enkoso Kama Enfa Emaye and Afe TV show host best TV program of the year na enon so na watu aba amaye pepepe na odono danedi na enye kama nyampa ejuada senia da ye no follow me ewo Instagram echampoma 332 and afi so Facebook Valerie Ejementa na afi nkomo no ye fanto aso wo honom send me message asemno say na tie nyankopon adom Facebook wo ma opportunity na utimi record wo voice pepepe e be transcribe Instagram that's the same thing inti no so sa ye betimi a transcribe e de ama oni atro ne aba be kana counselor so de futu e wo ho no na ode amaye nyankopon hira mo happy birthday enkoma fella nyankopon hira o medofo and afi so Mabel nyankopon hira o wutiri nkwa medofo Erade nkoso enyo kesi nyampa ejuada yebishia